2022 is finally upon us, and I will definitely say this year could not have come sooner, even if it tried. In all seriousness, though, the reason I wanted to make this video is in regards to what are some of my plans for this upcoming year. I'm not necessarily saying this as like a New Year's resolution type thing, because 9 times out of 10, any sort of New Year's resolution that I do, at least as a person, has all failed. To be fair, if we're going to be really honest, I'm pretty sure most people have stuff that is very similar to that. Like, they just give up on their New Year's resolution within the first 3 weeks. But in all seriousness, though, when it comes to overall, like, my content and, like, what I do, there's a couple things in specific that I really want to try to focus on. Number one, start uploading more content onto YouTube. I'm fully aware that I almost never upload content onto YouTube, and even if I do, it's incredibly rare. But a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's just, like, I don't have time, or like I'm either being sidetracked with this, that, and the other thing, especially with stuff like streaming, considering that's one of the biggest platforms that I currently have right now. However, there is definitely something I do want to start making more YouTube content. However, it is going to take a lot more time. And if I actually did want to consistently start making more and more YouTube content, I will have to be taking some time off of streaming in order to do it. Because, you know, stuff like editing videos, especially ones that are longer, and adding like all of their special effects or any sort of nonsense or just pure shit posting overall is going to take a lot of time. Number two, try my best to amplify and expand where I take my content. At the end of the day, if I have to go somewhere like to TikTok in order to like kind of spread and I have people figure out who the fuck I even am, so be it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes, especially in the content creation business, if there's one thing that I've learned in general, some things you have to do certain things despite how much you really don't want to. Number three, and this is the big one I was thinking about for the last couple of weeks. Start spreading out my content to significantly more, not necessarily edgy humor, but more adult levels of content. Now, in recent time, I've been noticing that some of the stuff I've been working on has been more like in the PG-13 range and that kind of stuff. And clearly, that's not the kind of person I am. I'm very much one of those people that is just like, I'm just a complete fucking degenerate. The stuff that I make, whether it's streaming or anything like that, 9 times out of 10, it's all just pure. It's purely for 18 plus 90% of the time. Especially with stuff like my birthday coming up, that I will be 21 years old, and by that point, I'll be able to legally consume alcohol. Then that's about the time that I would really need to start enforcing the fact that this, like, any sort of content that I make, especially on live streaming, is going to be like 18 plus. But those are really the big things right now that I really want to focus on. Now, that being said, there is a relatively strong chance that at some point during this year, I will need to be taking several weeks off, if not like a straight up month off, because the chances of me being able to finally get the fuck out of this damn house is really damn high, especially now that I actually have a job that is relatively secure. Now, does that mean I'm going to be moving over to Phoenix during all of that? I can't be certain, but I will try to keep everyone updated as soon as I can. If you want updates about like what's going on in general, or like when I go live or anything like that over on twitch.tv/TheDeadPatriottv, go into my description. Then it will have my links such as my Discord, my Twitter, my Twitch, etc. And we're basically going to go from there. So here's to a 2022. And pray that it's not a 2020 Electric Boogaloo Part 2. And with that being said, I'm the Dead Patriot, and you are dismissed.